Welcome to this presentation. This is a presentation that was originally given as part of the seminar program at ATC Global in Amsterdam in March 2010. The title of the seminar is A-CDM, an Alternative Approach. Before we get going, I thought I better introduce myself and Rockshore. My name is Nathan Day. I'm the Business Development Director at Rockshore, and I'm currently heading up Rockshore's Aviation Business Unit. I've been involved personally in a number of Airport CDM deployments at international airports. Rockshore are specialist providers of real-time information products and services. We serve the aviation, telco and rail industries. Within aviation, we are experts in Airport CDM. We offer a range of consultancy propositions. We have an A-CDM platform that is also offered as a managed service. We are UK-based, European-focused, although we do take work on in the Middle East, Asia and the US when required. By the end of this presentation, I'd like to have highlighted the components needed for a successful A-CDM implementation and to pick out some of the unique demands of a program of this nature. I'll outline the conventional approach to A-CDM implementation, some of its flaws, and also offer an alternative approach to implementation and describe some of the benefits. For those of you unfamiliar with Airport CDM, please check out the Eurocontrol website. That's at www.euro-cdm.org. Much more information there about the program. Okay, let's get into some of the details now and look at what a successful implementation needs. As with many IT programs, it's a mixture of the people, procedures and technology that make or break a project. The relative sizes and positions of the cogs are absolutely relevant, as they denote that the people should be driving the change at a given airport, driving procedures, and lastly have procedures driving technology. However, what we're finding is, in fact, this is entirely the opposite way around. We're having technology and the systems driving the procedures and the people. And we believe that this imbalance is actually one of the main reasons for slow-moving A-CDM projects. So as a technology provider, perversely, this is not a presentation about technology. It's about reducing the size of that technology cog. It's about making that cog as free-moving as possible so it doesn't stand in the way of the people and the procedures. And if possible, it's about transitioning that cog, perhaps to a managed service environment, to remove it completely. Okay, let's take a look at some of the unique demands associated with implementing A-CDM. There are three principal dimensions of complexity. We have multiple organizations that are involved with A-CDM. Within those organizations, we have multiple disciplines, functional roles, operational guys, and also we have multiple systems and technology providers. This organizational and system complexity is also compounded by the fact that A-CDM is simple in concept but really quite difficult in practice. There are many A-CDM procedures. Each of those is interconnected with various processes, alarms and attributes. And so all told, we have quite a difficult environment in which to work. This is why education, the correct incentivization and change management are crucial for a successful project. Okay, let's now take a look at the conventional implementation approach. This begins by taking a look at the current systems in place and identifying the gap, the functionality gap between those systems and the functionality required. It's then on to engaging incumbent technology suppliers, of which there will be many, and asking them to make the system changes needed in order to implement the end-to-end processes that A-CDM demands. Once these many changes have been made, it's then a case of testing them all together to see if they give you the final result that you want. End-to-end A-CDM procedures working flawlessly. So let's now take a look at why this conventional approach doesn't meet the needs of A-CDM programs. Existing operational and safety critical systems often need to be changed, and this does not allow for an agile or incremental adoption. System requirements are set, changes are made, results are tested. The feedback loops are very long and infrequent, which leads us to a very low bandwidth project communication. Conventional wisdom says change what you have, don't buy another new system and that this is the faster, cheaper, lower risk option. We believe the contrary. We actually believe this becomes what we call a legacy anchor, limiting the ability to innovate, to react to change, and to get feedback from the operational people. We believe this conventional implementation approach actually begins to swell that technology cog and have it drive the people and the processes. Okay, now let's take a look at the alternative implementation approach. Here we have an A-CDM platform at the center, taking in various different data feeds iteratively, incrementally. As more data feeds come into the system, more and more functionality is offered to the end users. This is depicted by the laptops coming up on the screen right now. We can take in ASM GCS information, AODB information, airport schedule information, fund information from CFMU, electronic strip information, en route information from the ATC provider. Once all the A-CDM procedures are firing, we're then able to generate TSATs and exchange DPRA messages with CFMU. In some respects, this is about centralizing information, but it's much more about federating that information, as many of the systems around the airport will have integrations with each other on a case-by-case basis already. So let's take a look at why this is a good approach. It allows existing operational systems to remain undisturbed. We're taking a read-only view of that information. As we go around the airport, we're effectively event-enabling that airport. People, systems, businesses need to work in real time, not in batch. Once your airport is event-enabled, we can then take those events and impact those against pre-configured A-CDM procedures that are validated against the Eurocontrol specification, but importantly can be changed to meet your local needs on an airport-by-airport basis. Having an A-CDM platform does enable you to do what I said earlier, which is remove that technology cog completely and offer this as a managed service, taking all of the feeds that we need locally at the airport over the internet into a data center. This approach actually lowers the technology implementation costs, enabling you to focus budget and internal resources on the people and the processes. You end up reducing your project risk by using tried and tested procedures and technologies. Okay, so let's summarize now. With A-CDM in particular, people and procedures are king. Technology must remain an enabler, not a driver. We should aim to reduce the size of that technology cog and make it as free-moving as possible. We believe it is lower risk, lower cost to buy a small technology cog rather than build a large one. Focus those resources where they're needed. The time and the money needs to go on the people and the procedures. Okay, that's the end of the presentation video, so thanks for watching. If you want to get in contact with Rockshore and learn more about how we can help you out with your A-CDM program, then please do get in touch using one of the different mechanisms on the screen right now. Thanks again, and hopefully we'll speak soon.